Hey, are you looking to relocate to Tampa, Florida? Well, then this video is definitely for you. It's no secret that home prices and interest rates are going up. And if that has you doing, oh, like Kevin in Home Alone, then this video is definitely for you. Because I'm gonna go over the true cost of living in the Tampa Bay area, what you're gonna need to make in this area, and even some tips on how to win with this current higher interest rates. Because let's be honest, the rates suck right now. But there are some ways to win, and I'll even go over the cost of waiting if you decide to wait to purchase a home. Hey, my name is Alyssa. I'm a local realtor here in the Tampa Bay market. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe below, tap that bell for notifications so you can be the very first one to know everything there is to know about living in the Tampa Bay market. And if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give me that call, shoot me that text, or send me that email. I can't wait to hear from you. All right, let's jump in and talk about the actual cost of living here in Tampa. All right. So you're wanting to know, how much am I going to need to make here in Tampa? So to be comfortable, you're going to need to make around 84 to 85,000 to live comfortably. Your average expenses, you're going to need to make around 4,500 a month to be comfortable. Obviously, it's a little bit less for a single person, but those are some key areas. It is trending to be a little bit more expensive. And then, of course, everyone wants to know about home prices. So because we have lower inventory and because prices have not fallen, that makes the home prices, holding or a little bit higher. So right now, the average price point is in the 400s to 450 range in the Tampa market. That's the average price point. So you can find a little less, but you're gonna see in the 400s. That's your average price point, and then obviously higher. So that's going to be about 5% higher even than last year because of that low inventory situation. Some people thought that the price of homes was going to drop, but because we have so many people still moving here and because a lot of sellers aren't selling currently because of interest rates, that's causing home prices to stay. And actually, home prices are expected to keep going up. So that is something to keep in mind. So those are going to be the average price points that you see. And so the chart that I'm going to show you here is called the cost of waiting. And it actually shows how even if you get an offer accepted where you're maybe offering less money, but because of the interest, you are going to be paying more. And over time, if the prices keep creeping up even just a little bit over the next 4 or 5 years, how if you wait a few years to buy, you're actually going to end up paying more. So I'm going to also talk about some strategies that you can have to save yourself a little bit of money. All right, everyone wants to know about those cost savings methods. So here are some of my top tips for how you can save money as a buyer. So first, I would say you can't have a crushingly low offer, but right now, because of the market, you can offer slightly less than asking. Now, I'm not talking a crushing lowball offer. That's not the market that we're currently in. So if you want to do that, you're not going to be able to get a good home price. But if you offer slightly less, you are able to a lot of times get a deal, or maybe the seller will counter slightly, but that's a good method. Also, because interest rates are higher and the homes are starting to sit on the market a little bit longer, what you can do is actually ask the seller to help buy down your rate. So maybe you offer asking price or just slightly less. And because of that, and the home's been sitting a little bit, the seller might be willing to, one, make repairs during the inspection, or buy down your rate. So for example, if the rate is 7%, maybe they can buy it down to 6.5% for you, depending on the price of the home and how much they're willing to put in. But that is one of the key strategies, would be to ask the seller to buy down your rate. And then another route that you can go is putting money in now and then obviously refinancing in the future. So when rates do come down, even if it's a year or two from now, you can go ahead and refinance and then get it at a cheaper interest rate in the future. Sometimes certain lenders also will give you a better rate if you're willing to put a little bit more down. So depending on your cash flow, if you can put more down, cash is always king, right? But not everyone can afford to pay cash completely. But if you can pay a little bit more on the down payment, then sometimes you can get a little bit better deal on the interest rate. So those are all things, but that's really lender specific. So those are things that we can definitely look into and strategies that we can look into. But really, it does depend on the home and being able to negotiate. That's why having a great realtor that is able to negotiate these points for you is so critical in today's market, because we're able to negotiate with the sellers to help get you the best deal possible and see if we can get you something like the seller to buy down your rate. So those are some of my quick tips on strategies that will help you win in this market. All right, so I talked about that cost of waiting infographic. So here it is. So if you look at this chart here, you can actually see over the last few years how home prices have started ticking up as well as interest rates. So what does that really affect? Obviously, your bottom line. So you can see that your mortgage rate payment is going up as well as the interest rate. And so, yeah, you can say, hey, I want to wait to see if interest rates come down in another year or two, but we really don't know. Now, Florida is known for that Disney magic, right? But there's certain things that realtors can't control. We can't control the rates. So as much as I would like to bippity boppity boo and just magically make the rates go down, I'm not able to do that. But what I can do is give you guidance on getting the best rate possible and just making wise decisions about when to purchase. And we do have evidence that home prices will keep going up. So if you're looking at waiting compared to buying now, obviously buying now is going to save you money. And that's really the key. My job as your realtor is to help you get the best deal possible. That's why I'm giving you those tips on, hey, why don't we ask sellers to help buy down the rates? But also you can clearly see by this graph here that home prices keep going up. You can tell a big difference in January 2021 compared to January 2023. But imagine this trend keeps going, which it is predicted to do. So you're talking thousands of dollars that, as far as the home price, but also even your mortgage payment is several $100s more. So why would you want to pay more money? I know I want to pay as less as possible. So that would be my goal for you. So I would not encourage you to wait if you're waiting for rates to drop. What I would encourage you to do is go ahead and buy, but then you can refinance. Now, if there is some reason why you have to wait, we can do that. I'm not here to push anyone into buying when they're uncomfortable with the rates. My job, though, is to educate you so you have the most current knowledge available to you. And so that's what the graphs are showing us. And that's what it's predicted to do, is keep trending up. And home prices are continuing to either hold or predicted to go up. The only thing that we can't predict is what the Fed will do next year that can affect the rates, if they will go up and down. Next year, the interest rates might be a little bit lower, but we honestly don't know. But as far as home prices, and you can see that with the more expensive home, you're talking quite a few $1,000s more, to where you're literally paying tens of thousands of dollars more. So this home chart shows a $250,000 home, and then that same home at a $500,000 price point, and then a $750,000 price point. So you can see, wow, the 751 jumps up to over 800. So that's a huge, huge difference. So you're talking over $1,000 a month more just in that short time frame. So I don't want you to pay thousands of dollars more. So that's something to keep in mind. But no matter what, you should always look for realtors that are trying to help give you that best deal, that do have negotiating power, that can get in there with the seller and say, hey, we would like to buy down that rate. Hey, why don't you do this for home repairs or home inspections? So those are some key areas where you can save a little money. And with the current market, as the time of this video, I would encourage you to put an offer in that's at asking price or slightly below, but not crushingly low. And that is another area where you can save a little money. But we're not into a buyer's market yet. We're more in a neutral market. So that does affect how low you can go. So if you have specific questions about that, feel free to hit me up. I will be glad to help you with any of those questions. And no matter what, if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give me that call, shoot me that text, send me that email, or we can even hop on a Zoom call so you can see me face to face. You can ask me some of those questions, whether it's about housing or whether it's about, hey, I have kids, what's there to do in this area? What are your hobbies? I can give you some information on what are some cool things to do in the area. In Tampa, obviously you also have the areas close by in Orlando. So if you're a theme park person, you can definitely hit theme parks, all kinds of amazing stuff, sports teams. So I do know the area well, and I'll be able to help you with any of that information. All right, thanks so much for watching. That wraps up the cost of living. Hopefully I've helped you think of some better strategies to know how you can save some money when you're looking at purchasing that new home here in Tampa. And if you have any questions about the surrounding area, whether it's what to do, schools for the area, feel free to hit me up. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give me that call, shoot me that text, or send me that email, or hey, we can even jump on a Zoom. I can't wait to hear from you, and welcome home. You're going to absolutely love living in the Tampa Bay area.